Please remain seated when the graduates enter so everyone can see all the graduates. On behalf of Tourtellotte Memorial High School, please welcome the graduating class of 2019.
Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance and remain standing for the National Anthem. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Oh, say, can you
Welcome parents, families, friends, Superintendent Ms. Smith, Board of Education members, and invited guests. Thank you for joining us this evening. Good evening to all parents, family members, teachers, staff, and all others who are joining us here tonight to celebrate our class of 2019 graduation ceremony. For those of you in the crowd that don't know who I am, my name is Spencer Filoni, and I am the very proud class president of one of the most outstanding classes to come through the Thompson school systems. Our class of 2019 has accomplished so much over the years, both as individuals and as a whole grade. Most of us have been in school together since we were in kindergarten. Some of us have joined in over the years, but no matter what, everyone up here is family. The bonds that every student has with one another are nothing you can make up, and I'm sure most of these bonds will hold for years to come. I want you all sitting behind me to make sure to stay in touch with your friends and always remember your classmates from over the years here at Tourtellotte. Now, before the speech gets too mushy, I want to switch the subject for a bit. I would like to inform everyone in the audience that I took a public speaking class this year, specifically for this very moment tonight. In that class, I learned that if you are ever extremely nervous before, let's say, a big job interview, a talent show act, or a graduation speech like me right now, you are supposed to hold your arms out like this for 2 whole minutes. I want all of you to know that I did not have 2 spare minutes before this speech to do so, so bear with me if I stutter it all throughout. Also, if you all could laugh at anything I say that is remotely funny, that will help me out a lot too. Now, to get back on the subject of our graduating seniors, we all want to thank some people in the crowd with us tonight. First things first, all of us up here want to thank our family for always supporting us through everything we have done up to this point. All of you have pushed us to be the best we can be our whole lives, which has helped shape us into incredible people and students that we are today. I've never seen such a large group of helpful parents before, and for that, every student up here is grateful. I personally want to thank every member of my family that was able to come here tonight to share this moment with me. All of you have helped me become a better leader and role model for others around, and I will never be able to thank you enough. Mom and Dad, thank you both for always believing in me and pushing me to be a better person. I wouldn't be up here tonight making this speech right now if it wasn't for both of you. All of us especially want to thank the parent members of Project Graduation who have put together an amazing trip for us tomorrow too. Well, at least they say it's going to be amazing, but we wouldn't know yet because they haven't told us a single thing about it. Just know that all of your hard work and dedication towards this class is not going unnoticed by us. We also want to thank our teachers that have been helping us through high school these past 4 years. All of us would not be half the students we are today without you. Put it this way, every student up here would be broke within the first 2 weeks of college without Mrs. Tupai's financial advice. Our future essays would never get a better grade than a C without Miss Williams. All of our slideshows would be boring and dull without the guidance and tips of Mr. Sharon. None of us would know anything that happened in past history without Mr. Dupre. We would never really quite understand what busy is without seeing Mrs. Roulette every day. And lastly, we wouldn't know what true love is without Deb yelling at Mrs. Tenike with what seems like on the daily. No matter who you are to each of us, teacher, coach, mentor, or friend, all of us are going to miss each and every one of you next year, and maybe you'll even miss us a little bit too. I want to personally thank one of my teachers and one of my coaches that are here in the crowd tonight as well. First, Mrs. Tupai, who pushed me so much this year as a marketing and accounting student. You allowed me to experience new pathways of work through creating websites and making our school an online store, which, by the way, if you haven't checked it out yet, please go do that. It's on our school website. Besides that, I can now confidently say that I am prepared for marketing in college thanks to your help, Mrs. Tupai. And now for my track coach, Mrs. Tenike. There isn't enough I can say about you, both as a face in the school and track coach. You were able to make track enjoyable, even though it is just running, which is hard to do. And I'd like to say this has been by far my favorite year of track so far. Besides the sport itself, you have also helped me become a nicer person for the people around me. I believe that is bigger than anything I could have accomplished in track alone. You were also one of my biggest influencers of mine to help me decide to play a sport in college. Even though it's not the sport you would prefer, I can now officially say that I will be playing soccer next year at LaSalle College. So thank you both, Mrs. Tupai and Mrs. Tenegg, for everything you two have done for me. I'm going to miss you both extremely next year. Now, before I step away from the podium here tonight, I also wanted to leave all my classmates with a story. So, earlier this year was my last basketball season ever, and that was the same for a couple others up here as well. Our team had a pretty good season. We made the state tournament, which is what our goal was from the start. And overall, looking back on the season, I would say it was a very successful one. However, it didn't end the way we all would have liked. We lost in the first round of the state tournament by one of the largest spreads we suffered that entire season. It was heartbreaking to say the least. In my opinion, that was probably the worst sports game that I've ever experienced as a player. Back in the locker room afterwards, all of us were very upset from the game, especially us seniors. Coach Bernier gave us all the end-of-the-road talk while we were there to keep our heads high and to feel accomplished about the season we had. I, however, couldn't stop crying from the game. He let us go from the talk so that we could get changed and get back onto the bus. Coach came up to me after that while I was standing there at my bag, and he just hugged me. He was hugging me for what felt like 5 minutes because both of us just wanted to cherish this moment as we knew we wouldn't be able to share it again. Now, I have yet to tell this to anyone, but while we were there, he whispered something in my ear. Coach Bernier told me something softly that only I could hear. Wow, that rhymed. I didn't notice that before. Whoa. That was pretty good, yeah. He said to me, "Don't let this one bad moment distract and take away from all that you've done for me, this team, and this school." I didn't quite realize how deep this actually was until about a week later when I wasn't able to stop replaying it all in my head. It makes sense, looking back on it now, that what he said to me means more about life than about basketball. What I was able to understand from this is something that I will carry with me for the rest of my life. I want all of you to carry this with you now too. No matter what obstacle comes your way, whatever may knock you down in life, don't let it distract you from all that you have already accomplished. You have all made it this far. You have accomplished so many amazing things in your life, and you are going to do many more great things. So don't let one bad moment stop you in your path. Get back onto your feet and push through it. I want everyone to remember this and hold it with you next year and all throughout college and even throughout life. Stuff happens, and just because you may fail that test next year doesn't mean you should give up. It means you should try harder and overcome that obstacle. I hope that all of you find this helpful for your future, and I wish you all the best of luck in the coming years. It has been a good run, and thank you all so much for making high school the best years of my life so far. Please welcome Superintendent Miss Melinda Smith.
We can all agree that Spencer earned an A in public speaking. Congratulations. On behalf of the members of the Thompson Board of Education, I'm honored to welcome administrators, faculty, staff, our town leaders, family and friends of the 2019 graduates of Tourtellotte Memorial High School. Please join me in congratulating our graduating class of 2019. Pardon my back, students. Students, to me, your senior year just simply flew by. I can't believe that we are already here at graduation day. I've just started to know many of you as individuals, and now it's time to set you free and share you with the rest of the world. As a class, You are an amazing group of young men and women. Your intellect, talents, and compassion have been evident in all that you have collectively accomplished during your high school years. The members of the Board of Education and I could not be more proud of the outstanding way your class has represented Thompson Public Schools and the town of Thompson through the numerous acts of kindness, athletic games and competition, leadership activities, music and vocal appearances, concerts, parade, and let's not forget the inspiring art displays, community, construction, and business projects, and the fact that your class brought back the theater after a 30-year absence. You have been true advocates for each other and made your opinions heard at our town meetings. You are fierce tigers. As a result of the many experiences you have encountered during your time in school, along with the guidance you've received from your parents, your family, your friends, and teachers, you are now ready to reach for your goals and tackle the challenges ahead. We want you to remember that you will still remain part of this community, whatever the future holds. The members of the Board of Education have a small keepsake for you, and they hope that you will take with you as you venture on to college, career, or the military. Take along this Tourtellotte tiger to remind you that, like the tiger, you must have a keen vision and be focused on your goals. Have the courage to speak out for yourself and advocate for others, and the confidence that you can do anything you set your mind to. Let this little symbol be reminiscent of your time at TMHS. Know that we can't wait to hear of your achievements and hope that you stay connected as alumni, a Tourtellotte tiger always. Congratulations and best wishes to the Tourtellotte Memorial High School class of 2019. I now have the great pleasure to introduce the Tourtellotte Memorial High School Alumni Association President, Miss Amy Levesque.
Good evening, everyone. It's my distinct pleasure to introduce to you tonight's keynote speaker. Dr. Mary Ann Snee grew up in North Grosmondale and graduated as the valedictorian of her class at Tourtellotte Memorial High School in 1997. While at TMHS, Mary Ann played soccer, basketball, and softball, mostly notable as a member of the 1993 Class S state champion girls soccer team. Mary Ann attended the College of the Holy Cross as a biology pre-med major and graduated summa cum laude in 2001. After college, Mary Ann worked as a neuroscience researcher for 2 years at University of Massachusetts Medical School and at Colorado State University. She then pursued her PhD in neuroscience at the University of Massachusetts Amherst, graduating in 2009. Mary Ann continued her neuroscience training as a postdoctoral fellow at the University of Pittsburgh. In 2014, she became an assistant professor in the Translational Neuroscience Program in Department of Psychiatry at the University of Pittsburgh. Mary Ann's research lab at Pitt is focused on understanding the molecular mechanisms underlying depression, with a particular focus on figuring out why women are twice as likely to be diagnosed with depression as men. At this time, please welcome Dr. Mary Ann Snee.
Good evening, graduates, parents, loved ones, teachers, administrators, Superintendent Smith, Principal Baker, and Vice Principal Poland. I am honored to be here tonight, having been invited to be the alumni speaker at the 2019 Tourtellotte Memorial High School Commencement Ceremony. Tourtellotte has been an important part of my family's life for over 90 years. My grandparents, Merrill Sine Sr. and Josephine Sine, graduated from TMHS in 1933. They both played basketball, and my grandfather also played baseball. My father, Merrill Sine Jr., taught math at TMHS from 1967 until his retirement in 2010. Now that's 43 years in the same exact job. During his time at TMHS, my dad was both an assistant coach and the head coach for the boys basketball team. As a side note, I was lucky enough to have my dad for 2 years as a math teacher when I was a student at TMHS, so that was fun. As you can imagine, I always made sure that my homework was in on time. Also, several of my aunts, uncles, and cousins graduated from TMHS as well. In fact, in my graduating class at TMHS in 1997, 3 of my cousins were in the same class as me. But most notably for tonight, 2 of my cousins, Lindsay Sine and Dylan Vincent, who I think are in the back there, are among this year's TMHS graduates. So, as I said, Tourtellotte has been a super important part of my family's life. For today's graduates, I'd like you to pause and think about everything that you've accomplished on your path towards graduation. But remember, you weren't the only ones who were working hard. For me, it was my parents that played the largest role in my success. They encouraged me to work hard through all of my academic challenges. They pushed me to aim high whenever I set my goals. And importantly, they were there for any disappointments. So, think about who's been there for you and played an essential role in your success, and thank them for their support in helping you achieve this important goal. But moving forward in your lives, you'll be challenged to be more independent. And today, I'd like to impart just a couple pieces of advice for today's graduates that have helped me to navigate through my life and career. First, keep an open mind. Don't assume that what you're sure are your career goals won't change. When I entered college, I was convinced that I was going to become a physician. So, I went to college as a biology major, taking all of the required pre-med classes. I was focused on achieving my career goal. However, my resolve began to waver during my senior year of college. By that point, I had shadowed several physicians while a college student, even going so far as to actually be in the operating room during surgeries. And I wasn't exactly thrilled with what the job of a physician entailed. I just didn't think it was right for me. Then, during my senior year of college, I happened to take an elective course at Holy Cross. It was a neuroscience class in the psychology department. And by the end of that semester, I was determined to learn more about neuroscience as a career possibility. However, that meant that I was going to have to take time off after graduation and actually work as a neuroscience researcher. And this brings me to my second piece of advice. It's okay if your life's path doesn't take a perfectly straight route. I distinctly remember when I told my parents that I would have to take time off after college to work as a neuroscience research technician. They were convinced if I took that time off, I would never end up going back to finish my schooling. However, this was one of those very rare instances in which my parents were actually wrong. In fact, those 2 years off only strengthened my passion for neuroscience and research. I then went back to school and gained my PhD in neuroscience from the University of Massachusetts Amherst. And today, I run my own neuroscience research lab as a professor at the University of Pittsburgh. In closing, I would like to again say what an honor it has been to be tonight's alumni speaker. I'm not sure where they are in the audience, but I'm sure that my parents are beaming with pride. For today's graduates, celebrate and reflect on your accomplishments. As you look to the future, know that the path to success isn't always a straight line. But if you keep an open mind, you can end up with fulfilling lives and careers. Again, congratulations, graduates, and I wish you the best of luck in all of your endeavors. Maybe someday one of you will be up here as the alumni speaker at the TMHS commencement ceremony in the future. At this time, Miss Megan Baker will give her greetings.
Good evening. Thank you, distinguished alumni, Ms. Sine, class of 1997, Superintendent Smith, and class president, Mr. Spencer Filoni, for your heartfelt, inspirational words tonight. I too would like to extend a warm welcome to all of our Tourtellotte family, friends, faculty, Board of Education, Thompson Alumni Association, to First Selectman, Mr. Beausoleil, all of our elected officials, our generous scholarship donors, and to our Thompson's respected veterans. We thank you for taking the time to join us this evening as we celebrate Tourtellotte Memorial High School's graduating class of 2019. What an incredible night to be a Tiger. It seems like just yesterday I met all of you buzzing around the 8th grade. Think back to 8th grade, just for a second. You've changed a lot. You were buzzing around the 8th grade halls in Thompson Middle School, fumbling to discover who you were and wanted to be. And then, as you became seniors this year, we sat together in the auditorium for the beginning of the year's orientation meeting, and you realized that you had made it. You were finally seniors, embarking on the home stretch of what may have seemed like endless hours of class assignments, science labs, essays, math equations, and homework. Your excitement was clear, eager to spread your wings and become the adult you've always known you would be. Back in August, we tried to share with you just how fast the year would go. We encouraged you to stop every once in a while, take in the moment, breathe, and be present, savoring your time at Tourtellotte. And now we are here, your high school graduation. How exciting and memorable. Your entire life is wide open and waiting for you to get started. Your accomplished thus far are many and impressive. In the words of Ralph Waldo Emerson, do not go where the path may lead. Go instead where there is no path and leave a trail. The strong leadership voice that so many of you have used over the years to promote the work of student collaboration, making improvements and personalizing everyone's high school experience is a testament to the change agents that you all have the potential to be. Thank you for all of your ideas, your influence, and your hard work. Your teachers and your families are proud of you. Mr. Poland and I are proud of you. Thompson proud. We have every ounce of faith that you are all going to continue to accomplish great things, and we thank you for allowing us to be part of who you have become. As you begin to take advantage of all life has to offer, I have 3 thoughts I'd like you to consider. Have dreams and never be afraid to reach for them. Surround yourself with good people and leave it, whatever it may be, better than how you found it. Congratulations on making it through your senior year. It seems to have gone by in a blink of an eye. Your excitement and possible wish for it to have flown may be leaving you sad at this time, and that's okay. The largest chapter of your life thus far has been written. You've worked diligently to get here, your high school graduation. Before this ceremony becomes another amazing memory in your journey of life, take a moment to remember your favorite teacher, something really interesting that you learned, a project that you worked tirelessly on, an award you received, field trips, dances, music performance, sporting events, who you sat with at lunch, and that silly little argument that you had with your best friend that you've ever had and couldn't dream without being without. Breathe in. Hold on. This is home. Your home. And we will always be here for you to come home to. As you jettison to your future, stop often, look around. Take in the moment and breathe. Be present and savor wherever life takes you. In the words of author Sue Monk Kidd, go, make your beautiful dent, and as you do, come down on the side of boldness. If you err, may it be for too much audacity and not too little. For you really are enough. You have untold strengths and resources inside. You have your glorious selves. Congratulations to all of you. White Hill Leaf, performed by the Tourtellotte Memorial High School Concert Band under the direction of Ms. Kate Anderson.
Before I introduce the Salutatorian, I want to take a moment to thank the class of 2019 for 4 great years together. Your freshman year at Tourtellotte was actually mine too. I don't know what a homecoming dance is without Markel. Right? Right? I don't know a talent show without Jalen in it. I don't know the hallways without Destiny in it, or the guidance office without Sophia in it. And I don't know my office without, well, I won't pick one person. I can confess to you now that I spent many days lost in the hallways that first year and frightened of more than a few teachers. Yes, Mrs. Spinelli, I'm speaking to you. We've grown up together here, and this class of 2019 is my first and will always be a little special for me. So thank you for some wonderful memories and best wishes to all of you. But I'm up here to introduce the Tourtellotte Memorial High School class salutatorian. This student, like many here at TMHS, has demonstrated outstanding academic achievement. He has been the recipient of several awards throughout his years at Tourtellotte, such as the Hugh O'Brien Youth Leadership Award and the Rensselaer Polytechnic Institute Math and Science Award. Practiced for a while on that one, among many others. In fact, earlier this year, he, along with fellow senior Lauren Ramos, were chosen as our Connecticut Association of Public School Superintendents Award recipients. With regard to extracurricular activities, this student supports our clubs and activities with great school spirit. He is the current treasurer of the National Honor Society, as well as the treasurer for his class all 4 years at TMHS. This student is extraordinarily valuable to our school and the wider Thompson community. He has served our school as an usher for awards night and parent-teacher conferences and as a guide during freshman orientation. This young man serves the wider Thompson community through the VITA Tax Assistance Program, at the Warrior Dash, and at Thompson Community Day. Suffice it to say, the student's accomplishments and service more than qualify him for this accolade. But I wanted to speak a little more personally about this young man. In my personal interactions with this student, I had come to see him as respectful and confident when engaging with people, student or adults. He always appeared to be thoughtful and responsible, though he will admit a little prone to procrastination, right? I wanted to know more about him that I didn't see in school, so I did what most of us do now. I tried to look him up on social media sites. Well, it turns out he also understands how to use privacy settings correctly, and I really wasn't able to learn anything by stalking him online. Good job. So when reading his brag sheet in the guidance office, hi, Sophia, I noticed 2 work experiences. He worked as a tree trimmer last summer, and he did a job shadow as an actuary. I mean, I scooped ice cream before I was an educator, but being out in the fresh air, trimming trees, and crunching numbers in an office seemed to be a far cry apart from one another, but I think it speaks to the student's desire to try anything and be everything. The founders of our country were explorers before they were settlers, and I hope this student is yet another inspiration and reminder to all of our students to explore the world before settling into one place in it. I have truly appreciated getting to know this student over the last 4 years, and I am confident that he will find much success in the future. Our salutatorian is a class act and someone we are proud to call a tiger. It is my honor to introduce the class of 2019 TMHS salutatorian, Brian Barisic.
Thank you, Mr. Poland. Welcome, family, friends, teachers, and of course my fellow classmates to our final high school assembly. Think about that for a second. Our final high school assembly. Most of us probably won't be seeing each other again for a little while, so take this time now to remember it all and all the good times you've had and the people that you've met. Now, where are my manners? As most of you know, my name is Brian Barisic, and before I wrote this speech, I was told by numerous classmates, make your speech short. Your speech better not just be another thank you speech that I'm going to have to sleep through. And don't make your speech boring or sad. It better be funny. So here I am trying to fulfill all of my classmates' requests. I tried to make it entertaining and kind of short, as I know most of you just want to get your diploma and leave. Before I start, though, I would like to give a short and simple thank you to my parents and the friends who have helped me along the way. To those friends who have helped me, thank you for supporting me, sharing laughs with me, and most importantly, thank you for helping me with my homework when I forgot to do it. Now, I could stand here and talk to you all about the amazing teachers here at Tourtellotte, or the unforgettable memories we've made, or even the friendships we've created while in high school. I could also talk to you all about the skills we've mastered as a class, whether they be social, academic, or artistic. But I'm going to talk to you all about an art form that we have all learned about together. Some of us, like myself, have mastered this art and execute it in everyday tasks. Others only seldom practice this art. The art form that I am talking about is the art of procrastination. As Mr. Pullen had said, I do like to procrastinate. I only wrote this speech a little over a week ago because I had various teachers and Mrs. O'Connell telling me that it had to be done very soon. Of course, I was told I had to write the speech in the middle of April, though. So anyway, I wanted to write about a topic that I felt comfortable with. While I sat there procrastinating on this speech, I threw ideas around in my head, ranging from telling you all that I'm not really good at giving speeches to giving you an actual heartfelt thank you. Now that part about not giving really good speeches comes from my lack of taking public speaking, unlike Spencer. But then I realized that in thinking about these topics, I was just delaying the inevitable, procrastinating, if you will. I realize now that high school is about more than procrastination, even though it's a pretty valuable skill. High school is about more than just writing papers, doing homework, and attending classes. High school is about finding out who you are and doing what you want to do. It's about staying out late and then having a friend's mom tell him he was supposed to be home about half an hour ago. It's about doing stupid things with friends, which I won't name for both our sake and our parents. And it's about having insightful conversation with friends at 3 a.m. in just weird places. It's about sharing memes with each other, too. It's about doing all of those things and finding out who we are sometimes got in the way of doing our work. But we are all here, aren't we? We made it through relatively unscathed. So what did this finding out who we are consist of? Well, for some of us, we found our passions. Others found out who inspires them. Overall, we found integrity as a class. Go back to our freshman year. We were all pretty quiet, scared of high school, and afraid we wouldn't really fit in. Now look at us. We're all the same class of 2019, but we've all opened up, gained confidence, and shown the world who we really are. During these 4 years at Tourtellotte, we felt like it would never end, but now that I look back, it kind of seems like it happened in the blink of an eye. I'm sorry if this speech wasn't as short as you were all expecting, or if it was too boring, but it's almost exactly how I wanted to give my closing remarks. And remember that no matter where you are in life, make sure you find some time to procrastinate and discover a little bit more about yourself. At this point, I would just like to say congratulations to the class of 2019. Now, if you'll all please stand for the singing of God Bless America, led by Mrs. Kate Anderson and the concert choir.
Good evening, everyone. I would like to take this opportunity to thank the families, organizations, and the colleges and universities who have recognized the many achievements and accomplishments of our students and who have so generously given scholarship funds this year. In many cases, these scholarships are given in remembrance of family members, their characteristics, and their achievements. Our student recipients will be honored and humbled to carry on and memorialize these special attributes for which they are recognized. Over $1.4 million have been awarded to our students from colleges and universities. I am especially appreciative to our local donors who have awarded close to $58,000 in scholarships this year. This is a significant increase from years past, and I'll attribute it to the academic achievements of the students in the class of 2019. I would like to recognize the organizations and the student recipients at this time. When I announce your names, please stand up for recognition, and please hold your applause until all students have been announced. Amanda Boguslavsky, Deborah B. Such Spirit Memorial Scholarship, Future Business Leaders of America Scholarship, Thompson Little League Scholarship. Anthony Ferraro, Thompson Little League Scholarship. Brennan O'Brien, Thompson Little League Scholarship. Brian Barisic, Putnam Rotary Club Scholarship. Thompson Memorial Post 10088, VFW, and Auxiliary Scholarship. Christopher McClure, Dane Picard Memorial Scholarship Award. Daniel Langlois, Chief Joseph Donovan Senior Memorial Scholarship. Future Business Leaders of America Scholarship. Putnam Rotary Club Scholarship. Dylan Vincent, Kimberly Ann Gagney Memorial Scholarship. Thompson Lions Club Scholarship. Putnam Rotary Club Scholarship. Steve Bosquet Memorial Scholarship. Hetu Baker Memorial Scholarship. Thompson Little League Scholarship. Quinnebog Valley Regional Rotaract Scholarship. The Legion Deary Memorial Scholarship in memory of Niles Deary. Firefighter Dane Picard Memorial Scholarship. Salvatore Navarro Memorial Americanism Scholarship. Mary R. Fisher Elementary School Parent-Teacher Organization Scholarship. Putnam Emblem Club Scholarship. Kaylee DeRozier, Putnam Lodge of Elk Scholarship. Halliday Glode, Theodore L. Fatsy Memorial Scholarship. Thompson Middle School Parent-Teacher Organization Scholarship. Frederick J. Witkowski Memorial Scholarship. Jalen Armstrong, Town of Thompson Scholarship. National Honor Society Scholarship. Connecticut Higher Education Trust Scholarship. Jolie Wilbur, Michael Nome Engineering Memorial Scholarship. Putnam Rotary Club Scholarship. National Honor Society Scholarship. Catherine Heffernan, Mary Donnelly Fisher and Dr. William T. Fisher Memorial Scholarship. Lauren Ramos, Future Business Leaders of America Scholarship. Thompson Little League Scholarship. Putnam Lodge of Elk Scholarship. Putnam Rotary Club Scholarship. Lindsay Snee, William H. Delmonico Memorial Scholarship. Kevin C. Valad Memorial Scholarship. Arthur R. Trinks Jr. Scholarship. Lieutenant George W. Walker Memorial Scholarship. Putnam Rotary Club Scholarship. Future Business Leaders of America Scholarship. Carl D. Eckelson Memorial Scholarship. Marissa Duhame, Thompson Lions Club Scholarship. Fosher Foundation Scholarship. Marissa Elkinson, Putnam Rotary Club Scholarship. New England Red Sox Service Scholarship. Fran Roy Memorial Scholarship. Charles Canoyer Memorial Scholarship. Firefighter Dane Picard Memorial Scholarship. Mary Steglitz, James Nome Scholar Athlete Memorial Scholarship. Amanda Rickaby Langlois Memorial Scholarship. Jade Ariel Nichols Memorial Scholarship, Thompson Educational Association Scholarship, Tourtellotte Memorial High School Alumni Scholarship, Tourtellotte Alumni Leadership Scholarship, Thompson Ecumenical Empowerment Group Scholarship, Quinebaug Valley Regional Rotaract Scholarship, Deborah B. Such Spirit Memorial Scholarship, Putnam Rotary Club Scholarship, Matt Grauer, Firefighter Dane Picard Memorial Scholarship, Putnam Rotary Club Scholarship, Natalie Benton, Sylvia Valad Memorial Scholarship, Nicholas Kolozejak, Kimberly Ann Gagney Memorial Scholarship, Sarah Crosby Henry Dunleavy Scholarship, Putnam Rotary Club Scholarship, Olivia Cuna, James Known Memorial Scholarship, Rory Johnson, James Nome Scholar Athlete Memorial Scholarship, John Flood Memorial Scholarship, Robbins Family Scholarship, Jade Ariel Nichols Memorial Scholarship, Fosher Foundation Scholarship, Thompson Education Association Scholarship, Thompson Little League Scholarship, Putnam Rotary Club Scholarship, ECC Scholar Athlete Scholarship, Seth LaFontaine, Firefighter Dane Picard Memorial Scholarship, Stephanie Kolozejak, Sarah Crosby Henry Dunleavy Scholarship, and Spencer Filoni, Future Business Leaders of America Scholarship, and Thompson Little League Scholarship. At this time, I would like to recognize and honor those students who will be enlisting in the United States military. Serving our country is such an important sacrifice, and I cannot tell you how proud we are that you will be taking on a great responsibility to promote freedom, not only for this country, but worldwide. Please stand and be recognized for your commitment. Sierra Allen, United States Air Force. Adrian Cassiano, United States Navy. Brennan O'Brien, Navy ROTC at Norwich University. And Nicholas Chase, Army at Marion Military Institute. Now please enjoy the musical selection, Homeward Bound, performed by the TMHS Concert Choir.
In the quiet, misty morning, when the moon has gone to bed, when the sparrows stop their singing, and the sky is clear and red, when the summer ceased its gleaming, and the corn is past its prime, when adventure lost its meaning. I'll be homeward bound in time. Bind me not to the pasture, chain me not to the plow. Set me free to find my calling, and I'll return to you somehow. If you find it's me you're missing, if you're hoping I'll return, to your thoughts I'll soon be listening. In the road I'll stop and turn, then the wind will set me racing as my journey nears its end. And the path I'll be retracing when I'm homeward bound again. Bind me not to the pasture, chain me not to the plow. Set me free to find my calling, and I'll return to you somehow. In the quiet, misty morning, when the moon has gone to bed, when the sparrows stop their singing, I'll be homeward bound again.
Success is made up of tireless effort, sacrifices, and balance. To achieve such an esteemed position as a graduating class's top scholar, earning the highest academic grade point average takes a significant amount of personal determination and pride in one's accomplishments. I have the pleasure this evening of speaking about an amazing young woman who has been a lifelong Tiger, attending Thompson Public School her entire scholastic career. Once a Tiger, she exemplifies, always a Tiger. This academic powerhouse has earned an abundance of academic awards during her tenure here at Tourtellotte, and today reaps the accolades as she proudly wears the following academic cords of distinction for English, science, social studies, math, fine arts, art, and world language. Her academic excellence has also been recognized and celebrated as she's earned the prestigious Bausch and Lomb Honorary Science Award and ECC Scholar Athlete. This incredible, strong young woman has balanced her scholastic achievements with many miles run, indoor and outdoor track as a Lady Tiger, golfing in the 9th grade, and playing soccer all 4 years. A strong member of our community, in addition to the multiple volunteer hours that she has put in, this young lady is a true leader amongst her peers. She has been a member of Tourtelotte's student leadership team as a freshman, a sophomore, and senior. She was inducted into the National Honor Society as a sophomore and a member of FBLA as early as her freshman year. We are so proud of this spectacular young woman's accomplishments and are confident that she will most certainly achieve and succeed every goal she sets for herself. Hassan University is so fortunate to be called her new home, but please join me in congratulating Tourtellotte Memorial High School class of 2019 valedictorian, Ms. Rory Johnson.
Thank you, Ms. Baker. Fellow seniors, family, faculty, and friends, I'm honored to be speaking here in front of you all today. Looking back at our time here at Tourtellotte, I realize how close we've all become. 14 years ago, most of us walked through the doors of Mary R. Fisher Elementary School to attend our first day of preschool, and now here we are, walking across the stage to get our diplomas at Tourtellotte Memorial High School. Our parents cried sending us off to our first day of preschool, and will once again be crying when they send us off to college. We have all grown up together and made so many memories here within the walls of the Thompson School District. We've all become one big family, and I know we will never forget the incredible times we spent here at Tourtellotte, searching high and low for something to wear for Spirit Week, dancing our heels off at prom, getting way too hyped for Powder Puff, cheering our teams on in sports, listening to Deb's alien stories of homelessness awareness, and getting Dr. Gardner Spencer to cut his hair. We have all learned very much during our time here at Tourtellotte, like how to fit a month's amount of work into the night before and how to battle senioritis, but we also learned how to soak up as much knowledge as possible. We have grown up a lot over these past 4 years, starting off as nervous freshmen to becoming mature seniors, well, for the most part. In a few short months, many of us will begin that new and intimidating part of our lives. We'll pack up our bags and say farewell to the friends and family that mean the world to us. However, I firmly believe our experiences here at Tourtellotte could not have prepared us better. As we all part and go our separate ways, I do not want anyone to be afraid to close their eyes and dream, but then you must open your eyes and see the reality of what it will take for you to achieve that dream. Find something you're passionate about, because once you have passion, you have energy. Whether you're heading off to the workforce, joining the military, or continuing your education by becoming a college student, make sure you love what you do. I also urge you to measure your level of success with joy rather than seeking wealth and materialism, as too many people do nowadays. Because a happy life is a successful life, no matter what job you hold or how much money you make. My last piece of advice is to always stay true to yourself and to never compare yourself to others, because we are all unique and beautiful in our own ways. As you all know, it takes a village to raise a child, and I would like to close my speech by giving recognition to the many people who have helped shape me into the person you see in front of you today. I'd like to start by thanking Mrs. Tenegg for supporting me and pushing me to my max potential in track and field throughout the years, and also showing me the pole game. I will sure miss you when I go off to run track in college. I would also like to thank Dan for being my hurdle partner these past 4 years. I would like to thank Mary for being the mom of the group, and for all the adventures we have gone on together, and Olivia for the many laughs and interesting memories. I would like to wish Nick Chase the best with his future endeavors in the military, and I hope our many years of playing Army together have helped prepare you. I would especially like to thank Lauren, who has been by my side since day one. We grew up playing sports together, spending every day each summer at my meme's house, living on a diet of ramen noodles and ice cream, and four-wheeling together. I will surely miss you all when we leave for college. I would like to thank Cole and Kyle for the countless adventures we have gone on together, and my grandma and grandpa and Meme and Pepe for helping shape me into the person I am today. I would especially like to thank my parents, who have always supported me in everything I do. They sat through all sorts of weather to watch my countless sports games, drove me back and forth for all my school activities, and helped me study for all my tests, and most times even tell me to stop studying and take a break. I cannot thank my parents enough for all their support, and thank you, Tourtellotte class of 2019, for the lifelong memories we have made here together. I'd like to wish you all the best in your future endeavors. Congratulations, class of 2019. We did it.
Spencer Brett Filoni. Sydney Elizabeth Antos. Mary Catherine Steglitz. Brian Andrew Barisik. Rory Marie Louise Johnson. McKaylee Ray Akana. Sierra Elizabeth Allen. Jalen Diane Armstrong. Jared Stephen Belanger. Natalie Grace Benton. Jacob Arthur Bindless. Amanda Rose Bogoslawski. Paul Garrett Boisvert. Ashley Sharon Bonnet. Grace Marcia Borski. Caitlin Rose Boyden. Sophia Talia Burlingame. Adrian Arden Cassiano. Tava Star Castano. Nicholas Adam Chase. Alexander Nicholas Chetta. James Javen Cooper. Travis James Canoyer. Olivia Grace Cuna. Elizabeth Teresa Daenerys. Kaylee Lynn DeRozier. Joshua Alexander Dodd. Marissa Jane Duhame. Marissa Jean Elkinson. Anthony Michael Ferraro. Halliday Mackenzie Glode. Chloe Bryn Graysa. Matthew Jacob Grauer. Catherine Rose Heffernan. Destiny Rose Hilton. Madison Eva Hopkins. Nicholas David Kolozajek. Stephanie Grace Kolozajek. Markel Xavier Ladson. Seth Thomas LaFontaine. Daniel William Langlois. Brianna Jade Lafredo. Christopher Richard McClure. Benjamin Earl Mead. Michaela Lynn Manerick. Patrick Michael Monahan. Brennan Michael O'Brien. Aaron Tyler Ocasio. Eric Arico Parafinowitz. Lauren Mary Ramos. Jacob Anthony Robidoux. Lindsay Morgan Sine. Tanner Richie Skeens. Kaylee Joy Summers. Natalie Jean Sweeney. Dylan Michael Sweeney. Dylan James Vincent. Alyssa Marion Walsh. Jacqueline Rose Wheeler. Jolie Ryan Wilbur. And Angelique Jenny Marie Zola.
Members of the Thompson Board of Education, as the principal of Tourtellotte Memorial High School, I certify that the members of Tourtellotte Memorial High School class of 2019 that you see before me tonight have met the requirements of the secondary school diploma as specified by the Thompson Board of Education and the state of Connecticut. I present them to you for graduation. Please remain standing as we are led by our concert choir in our alma mater. The alma mater words are all on the back of your program. And please, everyone, join in.